Once upon a time, there was a surplus of girls having a good time in the woods.
They danced around a fire, some were even naked, and one decided to drink blood while others chanted witchcraft.
Little did the girls know Reverend Paris was watching in the bushes.
The next day, 2 of the girls that were there that night could not awake.
Reverend Paris was immediately concerned about witchcraft.
When he asked his niece Abigail, who is an untrustworthy source, she lied straight to his face.
Paris was dumbfounded. He did not know what to believe.
That's when they brought in Mr. Hale, who was a reverend that was a witchcraft expert.
Proctor came to town to see what was going on when he heard about all this witchcraft.
Nobody knew that Proctor and Abigail had a past when she was his servant.
His wife Elizabeth Proctor caught on, and that is why Abigail is no longer their servant.
Proctor is trying to forget about everything that happened, but Abigail still feels softly about him.
When Abigail saw Proctor come into town, she instantly went to him.
He asked about witchcraft in the town, and she denied all of it.
She kissed him, and he tried to explain that he didn't want her anymore.
Abigail was upset and went to awake one of the girls, Betty.
She threatened all the girls that were there that night if they speak a word, she would kill them all.
Of course, none of them spoke a word at first. They were all scared of her, so they played along with her little act.
Abigail and the girls were accusing innocent people in Salem of working with the devil.
If they denied working with the devil, they would hang. If they confessed, they would sit in prison.
Abigail finally accused Elizabeth Proctor because she wanted to get rid of her.
They were going to hang her, but then they realized she was with child.
They decided that they would wait until after she gave birth to hang her.
Proctor lost his mind because he knew that this was all make-believe and his wife was in prison pregnant because of Abigail.
He tried everything to get her out. He finally found one person that would tell the truth.
Of all the girls, his servant Mary Warren spoke up and told Danforth, the judge, that they were faking it all.
Abigail then started screaming and acting like they were being attacked by Mary Warren, saying she was a yellow bird.
It caused a huge riot between everyone in Salem. Nobody knew what or who to believe.
They didn't believe Mary Warren, so Proctor told them about how Abigail and him had a past and that she confessed to him, but there was no witchcraft going on in Salem.
Danforth called Elizabeth in to see if John Proctor was telling the truth about his adultery.
Elizabeth had no idea that Proctor confessed that she denied it all to try to save her husband.
Mary Warren was getting nervous and couldn't take all the pressure anymore.
She freaked out and said that Proctor made her say it all and made her lie.
She ran over to Abigail and hugged her tight. She regretted telling the truth.
God is dead!
They took John to jail and he was going to be hanged the next day.
That night, Abigail went to see Proctor in his jail cell.
She wanted him to run away with her. She stole money from Paris and wanted them to stay together and they could get away from all the controversy going on in Salem.
Proctor denied her offer and told her to leave.
The next day, Abigail was gone and he was due to hang.
Hale finally realized that everything was a lie and wanted to help stop it.
Hale wanted Proctor to sign the letter and confess to using witchcraft so he wouldn't die.
Elizabeth told him to do what he wanted, and she would support whatever he decided to do.
I want my life, Proctor yelled.
He signed the paper, but when Danforth said he was going to hang the paper on the courthouse door, he ripped the papers.
He would rather die than have his name put to shame.
A few hours later, Proctor was hung.
Witches be trippin'!